What up, people? KEXU 96.1 FMLP right here in East Oakland, Poor Magazine. I'm the Black Cripple, taking you all the way to whatever.
That's PNN, not CNN, people. Yeah, we're the unhoused nation up in here. But the reality is that we're resisting. We're taking this beautiful small piece of Mother Earth off the real estate snaking lies of profiting, and we're actually liberating each other through something we call interdependence, not the cult of independence. So yeah, we poor folks, unhoused, displaced, gentrified, and we taking it back. What's up? Much love from this little piece of Aloni Lashon land. Leroy?
Homefulness.
Right? And Poor Magazine is in fact Poe. This is why I'm holding up this cup. It's not just because it's cute. Anyway, donate for change. That's www.pourmagazine.org/REV, as in revolutionary, _donor, DONOR, because we don't got no other money but yo. So please, think about kicking us a few crumbs. So what's going on in the news, Leroy?
Once again, people with disabilities have been shot and killed by police, and they're getting away with it,
Nice.
So before you were having this Stephon Clark, Sacramento has always been off the chain. So I'm going to tell you a couple of cases that happened in Sacramento before Stephon Clark. So on June 23rd, 2017, James Bradford Nelson in Curtis Heights in Sacramento, and he had a mental health disability, and the police came. Some neighbor called the police, and the police held him on the ground. This is happening in the summer, so it's hot in Sacramento. And the police held him on the ground for at least an hour. And I do have pictures, but we don't have time for pictures. But his whole chest was burnt. He's still alive. And now the family is trying to take him to court, but his whole chest and his left side of his face was burnt because it was hot in June in Sacramento.
Seriously hot. While Leroy's looking up the second person, I want to put a shout out to the liberation and the revolutionaries who are actually fighting for Stephon Clark. But like my brother Leroy, the other people that are never talked about is us poverty scholars. When we die, because we the people you don't want to see, never want to be look away from we. But yet we're always arrested and we're always in your city. In Sacramento, or what I call Sacramento, that Klan town, where all of us poor people are gentrificated to when we get kicked out of the Bay. We have a gentrification report. Over 22 families who Poor Magazine was rallying for and fighting to try to stay in their homes were gentrified to Sacramento. Now they live in trailer parks, and they've lost touch with their networks of support. Their children had to get caught up in different kinds of, underground economic strategies just to survive. And like it always happens, when we get removed, it doesn't mean that we okay, just because you don't hear from us every day. In addition, the way that the Sacramento police treat unhoused people is with a special kind of brutality. And those killings go unmentioned.
Yep.
There has been over 10 people that were killed that were unhoused for the act of being on the street.
And most of them have mental health disabilities.
Almost all. And so again, big shout out to the mobilization of black and brown and poor people up in Sac. Because the reality is they've been killing us poor people, our black and brown bodies, for a long time in that Klan town.
Constantly. In 2016, Joseph Mann was walking home, and he had a mental health disability. He was walking home, and I saw the video last night, just walking home, and the police chased him down the street and shot him. So he wasn't a threat to nobody. He was walking home. And once again, he had a mental health disability. And come to find out, I went on the Sacramento police site, found out in 2015 that the Sacramento police did the crisis training. And, you know, Misha and Poor Magazine has been down this road constantly about mental health crisis training. So they trained at least 600 police officers. This is before all the shootings like Stephen Clark and Joseph Mann and Nelson. So even though they got the police crisis training, they're still shooting people.
Right, and also just remember, listeners and viewers, Stephon Clark and so many of these young folks and elders and unhoused people were killed because of a 911 call.
Yeah.
Right? Stephon Clark, somebody called the police on him. Now, of course, racism killed Stephon Clark, just like racism and classism killed all of our other comrades who were on the street in our black and brown bodies in Sacramento. But that 911 call is the final straw. And that's why we teach at Poor Magazine, don't ever call the police, the people that test, arrest, and incarcerate you. And guess what? There is another option, because capitalism doesn't have to kill everything, even our courage.
So also earlier this month, in right here in San Francisco, on Charlie R. Breyer said no to the ADA case of Kayla Moore. So once again, the judge said, no, the police didn't do nothing wrong. The police did accommodate Kayla Moore. So the case is closed now. But we know that Kayla Moore was alive before the police came. And after the police left, Kayla was dead. So I don't think that they gave Kayla accommodation, because the case was about the ADA, and you just said, you know, forget about the ADA.
Also, shout out to Luis Dimitri Gongora Pat. That's 2 years coming up April 7th. Without justice, sin justicia, with the trickster Gascon, making sure that he had some fake reason why he couldn't prosecute the killer cops. So we are going to be gathering at 19th and Shotwell at 10 a.m. on April 7th to continue to demand justice for Luis Dimitri Gongora Pat, whose trial actually begins this year. And if people don't know that case, it's the case of a unhoused Mayan indigenous brother who was holding a soccer ball and who was a recycler. And his only crime was he didn't speak the other colonizers' language well enough, and he happened to be brown and houseless in the stolen streets of Yalamu. So we're going to have to wrap it up because of time. I do want to put a shout out as well to the familia of Jacob Dominguez, to our brother Joey Villarreal, who will be having his Free Aslan show later tonight. But for people to know that that's another young man, another brown indigenous man who was criminalized basically for being in what we in our culturas consider our groups, our grupos, right? Our communities. And the police call it gangs. Anyway.
Yeah, so stay tuned for Crip Hop Radio right here on KEXU 96.1 LP.
And there's more coming to you live and direct from the stolen streets of Huichin on Poor People's Liberation Radio.
We're out.
It's so important to consider this question: what do I desire?